while I'm talking to you, I'm going to be making chocolate cupcakes, which hopefully don't fail and don't get burnt and don't just end in a complete disaster. Some water, now some oil. 1, 2. I'm going to stir it by hand for a bit, but I do have a mixer. The only problem is I'm currently using the mixer as my tripod, because I have a tripod, but it's one of those bendy ones, and I can't get it to go straight. So the camera is currently on a Tupperware box and then on my mixer. But I love it. Look at it. Oh, it smells so good. I was about to like give it to you then, as if you were a person and be like, smell this, smell it, smell it. You can't smell it because you're a piece of technology. I think I'm going to mix by hand for at least a little bit, because I feel like this way I can talk to you while looking like I'm being productive, even though I will actually whisk it to get all the lumps out. But this week has been not a bad week because, well, on Tuesday I went to university and I was doing William Wilson by Edgar Allan Poe, one of my favourite short stories. I really love Edgar Allan Poe as a writer. But I was like the only one in the class who had read it. And I was really frustrated because the lecturer actually had to end our seminar early because nobody read it, so we couldn't really discuss it, and I was really, really angry. First day was better because I went to Virginia Woolf talk, and I love Virginia Woolf. I might be doing my dissertation on Virginia Woolf, but we haven't actually decided what we're writing on yet, so that's just like a little kind of thought in my mind. And I was actually quite lucky because I thought because of this talk I would have to miss my romantic lecture, but I was able to go to my romantic lecture because the Virginia Woolf talk finished early. And I really enjoyed my romantic lecture because we're starting Mansfield Park by Jane Austen, and we've been reading Lover's Vows by Elizabeth Inchbald, which is the play that's in Mansfield Park. And the play is wonderful. It's bad and wonderful at the same time, in my opinion. There is a stage direction with this character called Frederick, and it's something like that he conceals tears and his pride, which I just think is a wonderful stage direction. The lecture was on the idea of sensibility, which really fascinated me, and I really, really want to write on it. If you ever seen Vicar Dibley, you know the scene where she goes into the chocolate fountain. This is me right now. So tempting just to sit and eat the batter. Personally, I think batter actually tastes better than the finished cupcake because I'm actually not into like cakes that much. Yeah. And that is really enjoyable. I'm now covered in chocolate, which is not a bad thing. Last night I found a new guilty pleasure movie called Somewhere in Time. I think it's really popular, but it's so cheesy and bad. It's, you know, movies are really bad that they become good, and this was so cheesy, but it was endearing. And I was feeling a bit low last night, so I put it on, and I just got quite like, I was really into it. I enjoyed it. I really hope the people who are going to be eating these don't watch this video because they might not want to touch them. I haven't been unhygienic, just I keep eating it. There'll be none left. Okay, let's try and do this without What? Where's that gone? I already have a horrible feeling that this is going to go terribly wrong. Okay, yeah, it is. Please don't judge me by how I bake, okay? Because, you know, I'm not on the Bake Off. Even though when I'm baking, when I'm cooking anything, I always pretend like I'm doing my own cookery show. Right, I haven't switched it on at the plug. Great start. I feel like I just don't have enough hands. No. Oh, Claire, come on. I swear my mom is going to watch this and just disown me. My nana will too, because they can both actually bake. Whereas I cover myself in my baking. In my head, I'm Nigella Lawson, so... Oh my god. I'm currently reading Emma by Jane Austen, and I'm loving it. I'm finding it really funny. Especially the bit where Mr. Elton makes violent love to Emma. In Gothic and Hard a couple of weeks ago, we studied Psycho by Alfred Hitchcock, which is one of my all-time favourite films, and I really want to write on it, but I just don't feel there's a question that I can really use. But I love that film so much. In comedy, which is my other module, I'm working on the portfolio, and I'm doing social class and satire. and I'm using Keeping Up Appearances, which is actually one of my favourite comedies. If you haven't watched it, it's about a woman called Hyacinth Bouquet, and her name is actually spelled Bucket, but she insists on it being pronounced Bouquet. And she's from a working class family, but she has these upper class aspirations, and she's just this fantastic portrayal of kind of the middle class in England, and how very British, even though I know Britishness is a really kind of a hard concept and really problematic concept in many ways, but I think it is a very stereotypically British thing. It's absolutely wonderful. Like, she rings up, I think it's maybe the electricity people or the gas people. I mean, she rings everybody, like the water company. She says that like she wants to be sure that she's had her gas first, because you don't know what other homes that gas might have been to. This is the best bit of baking as a kid and as an adult. It's good. How has it got down all down my arm? It's crazy. They've only been in like 5 minutes and they're already rising, which is amazing. They look absolutely huge. They do look more like muffins. This is when I get really impatient because there's 5 minutes left to go and I just want to eat them so bad. They've just come out of the oven and they don't look too bad. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit different than the videos I normally make, but at the ends of these type of videos I get to sit and eat chocolate cupcakes. I hope you are all having a lovely day, and I'll see you in my next video.